Am I too old to wear Mickey Mouse? I don't know. I found it was so cute. I was at H&M and I was like, leopard, Mickey Mouse, yes. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing a drugstore versus high-end makeup tutorial for this look. And I thought it would be fun. And you know what, last night I was shopping my stash, swatching makeup and trying to find the best dupes. And I got really excited last night. I started to sing, I was like bouncing, yeah. Anyway, I was super excited to wake up this morning and start to film this video. So there it is. All of you who sent me very kind messages for my welcome back video, basically. I've been absent for quite a bit and I thank you so much. You're so sweet. Which side is drugstore and which side is high-end? What do you guys think? When you look at it, okay, knowing that the window is right here, so this side looks maybe a bit brighter, I don't know. I want to be fair, so I want to just disclaim that. Which side do you think is high-end? Let's call this side number 1, the planned side, right? Number 1, or this side number 2. Which one is high-end? Just take a little minute and I'd like you to go down in the comments and tell me right away, and then you can come back later and say, oh damn it, I was wrong, in literally 2 minutes, because I'm gonna start the video and you'll see what I'm using on which side. But yeah, I am super pumped because I find that it looks pretty damn close, and if it could help you save some money or, you know, experience some makeup from drugstore or high-end, depending on, you know, what you find looks the best on me, I hope it will help you. It was a lot of fun for me to film this video, so yeah, pretty pumped. Let me know down below what you'd like to see next. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, join the family, and we're pretty cozy here. No drama, just makeup, beauty, and lifestyle stuff. Just fun stuff, or real life stuff. We could get into deep conversations too, if you want to talk about stuff. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I already prepped my skin and I used both, same products on both sides. I'm really happy, I'm really proud of myself, because last night I actually was swatching and trying to find all the dupes. So here it is in that little box. Hopefully it helps me to be a bit more organized. I'm gonna start priming my skin with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Face Primer, the dewy one. And which side are we gonna pick for drugstore? This side, the left one. So this one you have to be careful when you squeeze it out, a lot comes out. And I really find that this is a very pretty, dewy, illuminating primer. Half a nose, that's gonna be fun. The more you rub it, the more it gets kind of tacky. On the other side, I bought something, it's not new at all. That's the Laura Mercier foundation primer, the Radiance one. Okay, so right off the bat, I have to say that the Wet n Wild is way more, not metallic, but it has way more pearlescence to it. Whereas this one is very luminous, but my skin is kind of more pinkish, rosy on this side, and this side has kind of a golden sheen all over. They both feel the same. I would say maybe the Wet n Wild is actually a tiny bit more sticky for now. Onto foundation. So on the drugstore side, you know what, actually maybe I should do the high-end and then the drugstore on the other side. What do you think? Yeah? On this side, I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. And I have it in the shade Y365. I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk foundation brush, and I just go and pick up some products right from the stick. I really like that stick foundation. I think it has a very beautiful finish. It has a nice coverage, but it looks very luminous still. On top of that, with that Radiance primer, I have a feeling it's even more dewy. Gives me a nice warmth and really cancels the redness. It sits beautifully onto the skin, and within like the day, you know, like it just sets really nicely. I'm gonna zoom you in for a little before and after. The dupe I found for the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Stick Foundation, and I picked up the shade Beige Vanille. Look at that, it looks strangely similar to. Right, hopefully it's gonna match the color. Same thing, I'm gonna pick up the foundation right from the stick with my brush. So the main difference I could tell right away, it doesn't slide as easily as the other side, but the color is not bad at all. Maybe the Ultra HD Stick Foundation is a tiny bit darker or warmer, but it looks really similar. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and I got it in the shade Light Neutral Olive. Put a tiny bit on my lid too. The nose is gonna be a bit tricky, so here I'm gonna do like that and like that. This one, you can tell I waited like a few seconds, it oxidizes. But I'm gonna use my Morphe M335 brush. Has a nice coverage, and I have a feeling it's kind of setting by itself. Wow, look at that difference. On the drugstore side, I'm gonna use the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. Lasts 12 hours, and it's supposed to be waterproof. And I got the shade Light Beige 020. I was excited when I saw that at Shoppers because I heard a lot about that brand. And until now, like I never saw it. Whew! It is quite perfumey. Jeez. I don't know why they have to add fragrance on that side and a little bit there. This is gonna be very tricky. Really tricky. Okay. Like little spots here. I think I prefer my mini Real Technique sponge for the concealer, but well, whatever. We are going to use a brush for today. It looks really nice actually. Perfumey, but geez, it looks really good. Actually, I think for now I prefer the Catrice. I have a feeling it has a tiny bit more luminosity. Now, to be fair, maybe the Smashbox is a tiny bit darker, but okay. To set under the eyes, on the high-end side, I'm gonna use my Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. And on the other side, I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Metal guy right here. I really like it. It's very brightening, illuminating. I've been using it for a while, but the container is not super practical, but otherwise it's very nice, very nice. And I just did a little FaceTime with my husband who's away, and he couldn't tell the difference. Well, he's a guy, but still, he couldn't tell. I'm gonna use a super fancy, bougie contour, like slash, well, it's not contour, it's actually bronzer, cream bronzer, and that is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Duo, and that is in the shade 01 Intensity 1. This is how the color looks like. And this, I didn't buy at Sephora, I actually bought at the outlet mall near the airport. And there's a store there that has all the Estee Lauder brands. And I got this for 40% off. And I got other stuff from Tom Ford for 40% off. And that is amazing. I'm not sure how they can do that. I asked them, is that real? Is that legit? And so I was super pumped about that. On the high-end side, I'm gonna use a little bit of that with a Real Technique, what is that, sculpting brush. Place it right there. And I find it blends very easily, so fast. Do a little bit of that, contour the face, and go a bit down the neck with it. And usually what I do, I go, well, under the nose, it's gonna be hard, guys, so whatever. Here, and I go in the center, right here. And that's intensity 1, so I find it quite warm, so I don't know for people who are a bit more fair than me, how it would work, or maybe the other shades are actually a bit more cooler tone. And on the other side, I'm gonna use another stick foundation, Wet n Wild stick foundation. That's the same one but a different shade. And I bought the shade Almond. It's a bit warmer maybe, but could still work as a dupe. It's a bit darker maybe. Now they might have had more shades. Well, in my store, I went to Superstore to get it. They didn't have tons of shades available, but this one works. I would say it's definitely more red than the Tom Ford, but we can make it work. I'll go on top with my foundation brush quickly. Under the nose, the other side. I think this is not gonna count. I have to blend. Well, it looks pretty similar, guys, okay? Maybe a shade down, like a shade lighter or cooler would have worked better, and it probably exists, so I will take a look. Let's see. But meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna use my foundation brush, and I'm not adding anything. And that tones it down a tiny bit. Blend. For a nice little finishing powder, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light. And on the Drugstore side, I'm gonna use the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, which I don't use as a highlighter. And it's the shade number 10, Be My Highlight. And I find these are pretty close, pretty close. I'm gonna use my number 7 contour and highlight brush. I'm not gonna use it for highlight. Taking a bit of the Hourglass one. Okay, nice. And then I'm keeping this in my hand just for the mirror, but I'm gonna use the Essence one on the other side. And honestly, I can barely tell the difference. Or should I say, not at all. I don't see the difference at all. Let's put a bit on the eyes, on that side the Hourglass, and on the other side the Essence. Where was I? Oh yeah, highlighter, and then we'll do the blush. So on the high-end side, it's more expensive, okay? Like this palette was $80, so that's the Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad from Benefit, and I wanted to use the shade Cookie. Oop. Hold on. Cookie. I'm gonna use my favorite highlighting brush, which is the Pro Highlight from Sephora, and that is the number 98, and apply it onto the high-end side. It smells good. It smells like holidays. For some reason I don't mind as much when it powder smells, but when it's like a concealer or a foundation, it's a different story. A little bit on the chin, and then the nose. That's gonna be that's gonna be interesting. Half the nose. I'm gonna do the bare bone, and I'm gonna do actually the inner corner. Ooh, it's popping. Okay, for the dupe, I got the Beige Cosmetics Blushing in Bali 6 colors blush and highlight palette. This little guy here, and it wasn't cheap, but it was way cheaper than that. This was $80 and this was $20. It's not exactly the same concept because it's more like a blush and highlight, and this one has bronzers, but I find the highlighter quite similar. The one in the middle here and this one in the outer corner, like the bottom one. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade Glisten. Ooh. And I have the feeling that it's popping more than the other side, to be honest. It depends if you like metallic stuff or not. Like, it's a bit more metallic. It looks quite similar, actually. It's very close. Did a good job. A little bit here. Tricky, so whatever. Oop. Here, and then the inner corner. So now, blush. I had 2 combo, actually. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. I found the Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Love was a good dupe for the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused blush in the shade Seychelles. It's pretty decent, but then I saw the Buxom Wanderlust one in the shade Dolly and the NYX High Definition blush in the shade Intrusion. This one looks a bit more mauve right now, but when I swatched it, it was quite close. So for the Buxom blush, I want to use a duo fiber brush. I'm going to use a Sigma F15 because it's so pigmented. You just need to tap once, and yeah. Look at that, so pigmented. I love putting blush. It's one of my favorite steps. Bronzer too. I find I always like smile. Okay, so that is the Buxom one. And on the other side, I'm going to use the NYX or NYX. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Very similar. I would say the Buxom one has a hint more blue, but the finish is quite similar. Go over with my foundation brush right here and right here. For setting spray, that's gonna be fun. So I bought the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Setting Spray. I haven't used it yet. And for my dupe, my drugstore dupe, I'm gonna use a Wet n Wild Photofocus Noix de Coco 3-in-1 ou 3-en-1 Basalo. Oh, sorry, I was reading the French side. Wet n Wild Photofocus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. Prep, set, and refresh. And that one is cruelty free. This one I don't know. So this one is not sparkly. It's just the packaging that is sparkly, and I find it like so pretty. And they're kind of in the same vibe, eh? Like a little gold and white. Let's just use that actually. Woo! That is an intense face mist. Tastes good too. It's just well, it made things more dewy for sure. Okay, and let's do the Wet n Wild Coconut on the other side. Okay, well, they both have strong mist, and they kind of both smell like coconut. On the high-end side, for my eyebrows, I'm gonna use the Dior Show Brow Styler in the shade Universal Brown. brush on a tiny bit. On the other side, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Soft Blonde Ultrafine Brow Pencil. It's definitely a bit more dry to apply. I don't know if the color is perfect actually, but well. It's already hard to do something super symmetrical with the same pen. So yeah, you can tell that it's much harder to do something a bit more precise. I'm gonna use a MAC brow set in the shade Beguile, and for the dupe side I'm using the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer Soft Brown, and I find they both kind of have that like kind of shimmery finish. That gives a lot of volume to the brow, I would say. Okay, and let's do the other side with the Maybelline. This one has fiber. I don't know if the other one has fibers. Okay, well, I kind of fixed the difference actually between both sides. Interesting. Oh, that looks pretty good. And these are the eyebrows. Okay, so far I'm really pumped. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty tight. So for the high-end side, for eyeshadows, I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona Biba palette, the all neutral. For the Drugstore dupe, well, it's not Drugstore, but it's ColourPop, so it's super affordable. I'm gonna use the I Think I Love You palette. So I'm just gonna try to put them next to each other without dropping anything. So they have some similar shadows. I'm gonna start with the shade Freckle, and it's blending like a dream. I love that shade. And I'm gonna take a small brush and go in the lower lash line with it as well. In the other palette, I'm gonna go with this one, and it's looking like a tiny bit more cool tone, but we are going to make it work. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna mix better with the more reddish color, just a tap. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna go back to Freckles and mix a tiny bit with the shade Buff. On the other side, I'm just gonna do this one and this one under my lower lash line. Pretty similar. Pretty similar. I'm gonna go with the shade Rustic all over my lid. That is Morphe R39. Sorry, I forgot to mention my brushes. Such a pretty shade. I'm gonna zoom you in a bit. So pretty. And I'm gonna use the other side of my brush and go in with the shade Girl's Bite. This one. It's not exactly the same undertone, but we're gonna make it work. All over my lid as well. It's not as deep, I would say. Pretty damn similar. Has a bit more orange in it, maybe? Tiny bit more peach. Well, it is as close as it's gonna get. Tiny bit different. Okay, in the center, I'm gonna go with, oh no, not in the center actually. In the inner third, I'm gonna go with the shade Shine from the Natasha Denona palette with a Rodial Smoky Eye brush. And in the ColourPop, I think it's Screw It. Sorry if I get this wrong. I'm gonna blend a tiny bit on both sides with a clean brush. Okay, for my waterline, I'm going to do something nude actually. So on my right side, I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil. I cheat for bigger, brighter eyes. And I tightline with a black under the upper lash line. Okay, and on the other side, I'm going to use the Rimmel Scandalize Waterproof Cold Cajal in the shade 005 Nude. And I would say this one is a tiny bit more peachy nude. This one is a bit more pale. And I kind of prefer the peachy nude, to be honest. But I'm going to show you. Yeah, this one is different. The Charlotte Tilbury is definitely more white. So I don't do very often a nude waterline because my eyes are already really big. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, for mascara, on this side I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara, Major Volume Mascara, sorry. And on the other side, I'm going to use the Essence, the False Lashes Mascara, Extreme Volume and Curl. So the ones are not super similar, but they might do the same thing. So we're gonna compare. I always have one stupid lash that doesn't want to get caught in my curler, and it stays like sad and straight. Meanwhile, the other ones are like proud and, you know, showing off. And on the other side, we're gonna use the Essence, this little guy. I love Essence mascaras and I think they're so affordable. They're like $5. They do a great job. No. Okay, when this happens, let it dry fully and then take a Q-tip or your eyeshadow brush, a clean one, and this should go away. Let's try to get rid of that little thing here. See, it just same mascara, so this one Essence and the Marc Jacobs on the bottom lash line. And I need to charge a tiny bit my camera, so I'll be right back. Alright, the eyes are done. And now, I think that's the last step, that's the lips. So I didn't pick a lip liner because I rarely wear a lip liner. But for lipstick, I'm gonna use on my high-end side Dior Addict Stellar Shine number 260 in the shade Mirage. So this is how it looks like. I love these ones. They're so nice. So we're gonna place that right here. Okay. And on the other side, I am using the L'Oreal Color Rich Shine number 658 Topless. And I also love these ones. Alright, the look is done. What do you guys think? From far, honestly, I can't tell. Maybe I need my glasses, I don't know. Let me know down below. But I am quite happy with the dupe selection here. I would say the biggest difference to me right now is the Charlotte Tilbury liner and the Rimmel one. The Rimmel one is definitely like a warmer color, but otherwise the eyeshadows, I think for the price difference, that's quite incredible. The eyebrows actually, I don't know about you, but I kind of like that Drugstore side. And then the blush, I find it really similar. I love the Buxom blushes, they're so nice. The Wanderlust, I find maybe it's a tiny bit more reflective, you know, a little bit more shiny, but it's subtle. And also because I'm not, like, the window is right there, so it's hard for me. Let's see if I face, if I turn this, maybe you can tell a bit better. Yeah, the base, honestly, I can't tell the difference. The bronzer, it was slightly cooler for Tom Ford, but overall, almost works the same. I would say the Tom Ford was a bit easier to blend. But yeah, the highlighter, I can't tell. yeah, mascara, the eyes, I don't know, except for the liner. And also my eyes are not super symmetrical, but I would say this one is a bit brighter on the ColourPop side. And the mascara, well, maybe the Marc Jacobs is giving a bit more length. Yeah, I can barely tell. Tell me what you prefer, which side you prefer for each product. For the concealer, I might prefer this side. That Catrice concealer is nice. Anyway, we're gonna see and let time be the judge and you be the judge. Which side do you prefer? I'm gonna come back later to do a little check-in to see how things were. Hello, it's been a long day. I started filming that video, it was 11, something like that. Maybe it was 10, and it's past 7 p.m. So it's been a long day. I've been working on my computer lots, touching my face quite a bit. I didn't wear my glasses on purpose, so I didn't have like marks. You know, those like stupid little marks you get when you wear your glasses. And I have to say the makeup still looks really good. I noticed it kind of separated a tiny bit right here on this side, so that's the drugstore side. I'll show you, I'll zoom you in. The foundation otherwise everywhere else looks very nice. It looks glowy. The blush still on. The glow, pretty too. No problem. The eyebrows are still on, and I definitely prefer the look of this one. I think I really, really like this product from Maybelline. I hope they still have it because I had that for a year. Man, I don't see why they would not have it. The Brow Precise Fiber Voluminizer. I really liked how it just gave a very detailed look to my eyebrows. I'm gonna zoom you in. Yeah, I really like it. The other side I like too, but it's to me a tiny bit too full, and that's because of the MAC. I think it looked better just with a Dior eye pencil. But this with a CoverGirl brow pencil, it was okay, but then the Maybelline brow fiber thing like just brought back that definition right here, and I find it like perfect. For the eyes, they both look really good. It didn't move. I think I prefer the ColourPop side for this look at least, because I love the Biba palette, you know that, but for this look I really like how this is more bright here, and I couldn't get that with the Biba palette. I was missing that kind of light gold shade in it. The liner in the waterline, like the Rimmel one, lasted really well. This one you can see that it's kind of like fading from there to there. The mascara, they both look good. I had a feeling that this at one point was a bit flaky. The concealer, you can see kind of set in my little lines here. Nothing too dramatic. I think they look really, really similar, so I would totally go with the Catrice one, which has a tiny bit more brightening effect, I believe. And so this is where I found that it kind of separated. Blush, super pretty. The glow is nice. The contour with that Wet n Wild stick foundation works great. I touch my nose a lot when I'm on my laptop, so it's a bit red right now here, but otherwise, well, this side looks great as well. The skin looks really good, like for like since like 10 a.m. to like now like 7 p.m. 9 hours. It looks pretty damn good. It looks even better, I think. Obviously the lips are gone. Yeah, I had a nice HelloFresh meal, and since then I did not even reply anything. So, but they really both looked similar. And I have something on my lip. Sorry, scusi. But I think they really are similar. I'm gonna apply it again. So a Dior on that side. I like the smell of both. I would say L'Oreal is a tiny bit more fruity, but it's subtle. Dior is more of a powdery smell. I would say the Dior one has a bit more blue in it. Once again, this side is more blue, but it's very subtle. Like, it's really, if I had like to notice something. On the nose, well, it was kind of hard because I was trying to like put a bit of concealer there and there, so it was a bit complicated. It kind of separated a bit on that side again. Yeah, but otherwise, I think it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm gonna undo that bun that I had all day long, and I'm pretty sure that this is still wet. And I'm gonna be like flat here, and then, you know, those like dogs in French, we call them coquères. I'm gonna have a coquère style. I just received Amazon Prime order, and that's crazy. I ordered yesterday and it arrived today, so it took literally like 24 hours to arrive, and I have a second part of it that arrives tomorrow. So I'm super excited. If you're interested like in what I order on Amazon, like I know Amazon videos are quite popular nowadays, I might do that, but I like to try the things before recommending to you. But yeah, I'm quite excited about what I got. Random stuff and cool stuff and things that are super hyped on Amazon. Bunch of stuff. So if you want to see that, comment down below and I'll be happy to maybe film that in the future for you. Actually, you know what, my phone is charging. I wanted to see, because I put a poll on my Insta story to see what people thought was the drugstore side. So let me grab my phone just a second. Ha! It's so funny. 47% thought that this side was the drugstore, and 53% thought this one was the drugstore. So I guess you could see it, but it was tight. I think overall I found great dupes and I'm super pumped, and I'm kind of excited to do that more in the future, like more videos like that, maybe once a month or something like that. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, join the family, and comment down below what you would like to see next. Lots of YouTubers I found it like, bye! Bye! I don't know, I have to find my own thing, but it's just I always feel awkward. It's so funny. So have a great one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!